It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Wednesday, the 12th of February. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather very active. We have multiple rounds of heavy rain ahead, the chance of a few severe storms later today and tonight, and then again over the weekend. So a lot of things to talk about, so strap in. Here we go. This is the upper air look this morning, and a big trough is carving out over the western states. We have a disturbed southwest flow aloft here, and we have a stalled surface front over South Alabama. North of that front, we have just a large mass of rain, large areas of rain across the northern two-thirds of the state. That's the radar. This morning, we're live at 5:11. We have no chance of any severe storms this morning, but again, later today and tonight, parts of the state, not everybody, but parts of the state could see a few strong to severe storms. Here's the radar composite across the region. Again, a lot of rain, Louisiana, Mississippi, into Alabama, and especially the northern two-thirds of the state. So, again, with that front over South Alabama, there's a huge spread with temperatures this morning. You got Dothan at 68, Mobile at Huntsville at 47. So 40s for the Tennessee Valley, temperatures near 70 near the Gulf Coast this morning. And the question is, how far north does that front go today? That will determine the northward extent of the severe weather possibilities. So this morning there is a flood watch in effect. This is for today and tonight for the counties in green on that map. This would include cities like Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, Fort Payne, and Scottsboro. That's where the rain will be heaviest and the most widespread, where additional rain amounts could be pretty impressive. In fact, this is the 24-hour precipitation forecast for Alabama, and you can see additional rains just today and tonight in the 2 to 3 inch range in that flood watch area with lighter amounts to the north and south. Here's the watch warning map around the nation. It's a smorgasbord. You name it, we've got it today. Winter storm warnings in effect. Now, while we have the big rains down here, winter storm warnings in effect to the north parts of Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan. Northeast of Alabama, winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Virginia, West Virginia. Winter weather advisories up into New England. So here's the severe weather outlook for today and tonight. And SPC has defined a level 2 out of 5 risk as far north as Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Jacksonville, and a level 1 marginal risk up to Huntsville. And the big question is going to be involving that warm front to the south. Could it move northward? That's a big question mark. We really believe the better chance of any severe storms later today and tonight will be across the southern half of the state. You'll see the maps here in just a moment. And then tomorrow there is a marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5, kind of a low-end threat for the southeastern corner of the state. That's mainly for any leftover storms tomorrow morning after 6 o'clock. And then over the weekend, we now have an enhanced risk of severe storms. This is for Saturday and Saturday night. That enhanced risk includes much of Mississippi into West Alabama and some parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, and then all of Alabama in a standard risk. And again, much more about this situation in just a moment. So this is the rain for the next 7 days. This is the rain we see today through Wednesday morning of next week. So this obviously counts our weekend system. Rain amounts for most of the state in the 2 to 4 inch range. So let's break it down, model fans. Here we go. This is the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 3. And you see the big trough carving out to the west. We have the southwest flow aloft, and obviously it's going to be wet and potentially stormy today. So let's go to high-resolution modeling. So this is the high-resolution HRR, HRRR, high-resolution rapid refresh, and this is valid this evening at 6 o'clock Central Time. And again, the warm front is stalled down to the south, and you can see widespread rain north of the warm front, just a messy, massive rain and some thunder. Here's a look at temperatures this evening at 6 o'clock, and you can pick out that warm front by looking at the numbers here. The warm front would be from near Auburn, Opelika to Montgomery, down to about Thomasville. North of the warm front, we have a wedge kind of drifting into East Alabama with some cool, stable air. And the question in terms of the severe weather extent is, where's the warm front going to be? And again, you can pick it out by the instability. This is the surface-based CAPE, convective available potential energy, valid this evening at 6 o'clock. And again, you can see the instability is south of a line, again, from near Auburn to Montgomery to near Thomasville. North of that, there's no surface-based instability, and you need that for severe storms, surface-based storms. And understand the HRRR could be off. Remember, all models are wrong. Some are useful. But typically, the HRRR does pretty well with a convective situation like this. So this is the SRH, the storm relative felicity, and certainly there's sufficient veering of the wind down in South Alabama for a few rotating storms and the chance of a few isolated tornadoes. This is the STP, the significant tornado parameter, which is a composite index. And at a glance, you can see where the better chance of maybe a few tornadoes could be. And clearly, the risk is higher down across southwest Alabama at 6 o'clock this evening, and that will be shifting eastward tonight. So, again, it's kind of confusing with the messaging here. And understand, this is the SPC outlook, where they've got that level 2 out of 5 risk up to Birmingham. But again, if the warm front does not move northward, then the better chance of any severe storms will likely stay across the southern half of the state, especially the southern third of the state. So everybody statewide needs to be weather aware tonight, no doubt about that. Everybody needs to pay attention, but especially South Alabama. And again, the heavier storms tonight could produce strong winds, and there could be a few isolated tornadoes over South Alabama tonight. So be very weather aware. So tomorrow it's out of here, and we have dry air pushing in. The sky becoming partly to mostly sunny for much of the state. Highs will be in the 50s with a cooler, drier air mass. This is Friday. Friday morning, we're going to see a freeze for much of North Alabama. Lows in the upper 20s and low 30s. And then the high Friday will be in the upper 50s and low 60s. The sky will be mostly sunny. Any showers Friday near the Gulf Coast, even there, probably not that many. So, concerning the weekend, here we go. This is Saturday. A surface low is over Arkansas. And I think a decent part of the day Saturday will be dry for Alabama. Any storms will likely be west of here. The day will likely be breezy and mild. We warm up into the 70s for much of the state. And, of course, that makes the air unstable. And then the line of storms comes in here Saturday night. And, of course, the question is, will this be a QLCS, a line? Will there be discrete cells in advance of a line? Will the main threat be damaging straight-line winds? Could there be tornadoes? And again, these questions, it's still a little too early to answer. We've got to get this system today on the road before we can focus on this one. But again, clearly it's could be a fairly potent severe weather setup. This will have more stronger wind fields at the surface and aloft. And there will be some unstable air involved statewide, we believe. And again, the guys at SPC, they have gone ahead and put an enhanced risk out for the western part of Alabama for this event. And again, this is mainly Saturday night into the pre-dawn hours Sunday. But in terms of the magnitude of the event, the timing, the tornado risk, let's give it about 24 more hours, and then we can really focus on this. But just be aware the weekend will be very active with a chance of strong to severe storms, especially Saturday night. And then by Sunday, everything's gone. We'll see drier, cooler air rolling in. And by Monday of next week, we might see a freeze all the way down to near the Gulf Coast. Lows will be in the 20s for the northern two-thirds of the state. The high Monday in the 40s and 50s. This is Tuesday. We're still dry. And then a week from today, Wednesday the 19th, the next trough coming in, and we go wet again. And the Wednesday system does not look like a severe weather event. This looks like a stratiform rain event. And again, it could be a good soaker, but severe storms not looking likely at this point. So let's go out 10 days. This is Friday of next week, the 21st. It's a zonal flow, and it's a dry air mass with seasonal temperatures. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. The mean, it's up there about 5 inches. And keep in mind, many parts of the state yesterday had 1 to 2 inches. So tack on 5 more. This is valid between now and the 27th of February. And it's a roller coaster ride. Again, 60s today. And this is for Birmingham. South Alabama we'll see 70s today. Statewide, I think we see 70s on Saturday, but that's after a morning freeze Friday morning. And then the storms come in here Saturday night. We'll see another shot of cold air early next week. We're going down in the 20s. Look at 25 there showing up Monday morning. And then next week looks cool with the highs in the 40s and 50s. So we're not expecting any severe storms for that system toward the middle part of next week. Latest long-range guidance. This is for the 19th through the 25th. And we are in the blue. Temperatures will be below average if this works out. Well, look at this. Pensacola yesterday. A brief tornado got down. This is in the northern part of Pensacola, up around Ferry Pass. This is about 4 o'clock, a little before 4 o'clock. And this was not a warned tornado. And I say this a lot. For the big tornadoes, those are easy to provide a warning for. These small ones that get down for a minute or two, they're tough to warn for. But that did produce some significant damage. And check this out. This was a water spout in Mobile Bay yesterday at about the same time. The air was unstable down there, and some of those storms showed rotation, and that was pretty impressive. Again, that was about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. To my knowledge, there was no damage from that. And, of course, while we had the rain yesterday, our friends up north had the snow. These are some shots from Virginia. Parts of Virginia, up toward Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, they had a very good snow event yesterday and last night. So again, this is the radar. We're live at 5:21 this morning. Just big areas of light to moderate rain moving across the state. And we'll be watching for severe potential later today and tonight, this afternoon and tonight, especially over the southern half of the state. Having said that, statewide, you got to be weather aware. But again, the warm front will probably have a hard time pushing north, and that should keep the main severe weather threat over South Alabama. So just be in a position to hear warnings if they're needed. Know what you're going to do. Have a plan. And we'll get through the day together just fine. Going to be in Tuscaloosa this morning. Got a program at the Central Elementary School. Tomorrow morning, going to be in Gardendale. Gardendale's First Baptist Church, their kindergarten program. And Friday, going to be over in Calhoun County, the Arminville Elementary School. And again, no book signing Saturday. We were scheduled to be in Scottsboro, but due to the impending severe weather threat Saturday night, we have moved that into March. We'll have details on that later. And of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.